Hello and happy Monday, my crafty creatures. Oh my goodness. So, I don't know if you guys are aware. My first 10 minutes when I'm on online streaming, I'm actually getting ready. I'm finishing up whatever random thing that I'm doing. And my setup isn't conducive to typing. So if you say stuff in the pre-chat, I see it. My keyboard is currently under a giant ass cross stitch. That's why I have the arms. I can flip it up and type, but I was busy fighting with colors. So, hello, Jules and Katie? Huh? All I got. All I got for that. Oh my goodness. Huh. So, this stream is probably gonna have some shit people don't want to listen to today. But that is part of the beauty of yeah. Yeah, that's part of the beauty of look. Oh. Um, it would figure that wild and crazy. So, yeah, I can't eat dairy clean food because most of it's fried and breaded. It's more the breaded part than the fried part. So today we are in a tornado watch here in Maine because the warm air from Satan's hellhole and the cold air from Canada have decided to mix, and there is potential for tornadoes. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to be at work, but so I had my overnight weekend, and that was good. Like it has last week was a really good week at work. Um, I can genuinely say that with my whole heart. It was a good week at work. I did not have to do any extra shifts. I did not have to swap around. Well, I had to swap around on Friday, but that was no big deal. It was genuinely a good shift or a good week at work. But sorry, just lots of stuff is going on outside my house. So finally got the notice I knew I was gonna get. Tomorrow my water's being shut off because they have to attach all the work that they've been doing. They have to attach it to the system. So tomorrow, starting at 7, we're not gonna have water. So not really a big deal for me. I'll just make sure the dog's water bowl is full tonight. I'll leave myself a note before I leave. And of course, husband creature messages the DB. Yeah, yeah. I'm not worried about it. If it happens, it happens. That is where I've reached my life. So today we were working on this color that I meant to work on last week, or not last week. Last time we worked on call dance. But then my life got spun into all kinds of different flavors. But working on this. It's gonna finish. It's gonna a lot of the grate. A lot of, but yeah. So there's the plumbers on the hill. Ugh. Well, adventures are always fun. Yeah, there's plumbers in front of me, and they're doing some big stuff on the house that they're building on the other side of me. So we'll see how getting to work happens. And at work, at work, they're actually close. They're shutting the water down. They're shutting the water off at 1 today. So there's not going to be any water at work for a bit, and that's going to be fun because they generally are preparing for uh they're preparing for dinner at this point in time. So, and they won't be able to do dishes because it's right after lunch. So, oh, it's going to be great at work today. I'm going to take deep cleansing breaths and I'm going to ride the wave. Because there's nothing I can do to change it. At least at work, they're just changing some water meters. And I've had my water meter changed, and it doesn't take too long, assuming nothing goes wrong. All the fun. At least we're kind of getting it together, like with the ads and whatnot, a little bit. Oh yes, I would like, and the furry assholes are being furry assholes. I've been up since about 6 this morning. After about after not even I didn't really sleep. I put my face in the pillow at 3 in the evening, but my back has just been killing me, and I couldn't sleep, so I kind of snoozed most of the time, and then at 6, the dogs decided to shove me in the most painful spot of my back. So I was awake, and I've kind of been puttering around ever since. So if I seem a little low key, it's because I'm fucking tired and I still have a whole day ahead of me. But I'm awake, and that's the rough part, is I'm awake, and I'm gonna whine about it. So this color has a lot of like bouncing around. It's filling. It's the shiny part of the grape. It is more grape dimension. Yeah, that's why I really like having city water. If I ever was on a well again, I would make sure to have enough of a generator for my well pump. Bare minimum. Bare minimum, my well pump. I do have a generator. We don't really need it. And to be fair, I don't think my dogs were actually trying to hit the sore spot in my back, but they did. So we're coming up. We're going to have page finishes on both Divine and Call Dance here. Whether it's this month or the beginning of August. Now, much like always, my August is bananas. So there will be 2 weeks in August where I don't exist. And that's just the way it is. But okay, that's where I am. But I am aiming for a page finish on both of them before the end of August. Of course I keep applying sunscreen. I recognize my lack of, I'm going to get burnt like no matter what. Like I can apply the first couple days I'm going to get burnt. Just how much depends on how good I am about keeping that sunscreen on. Filling in the grapes. Just filling in the grapes. I went down like all the little colors, like much like I did with Divine Instinct, and I was like, okay, are these what ones can I do on stream? Because there's a lot of like smaller colors just to fill in spots, and I try to make sure that I am being smart with my time and my colors. Smart with time and colors. Yes. It helps when my sunscreen is also a moisturizer. You do know that I'm going to be 44 and I still have this face, right? Like I don't have. Yes, I've absolutely aged. I was looking at some college pictures. I've absolutely aged. 20 years is 20 years no matter how you cut it. But I have not aged poorly because I take care of my skin. It's like the one organ that hasn't failed me. Oh, and because I know no one's going to watch the whole 9 minutes of it, I made a 9-minute video on TikTok. And I am a rambling fool, but at the same time, I'm ridiculously proud of it. I told my my real feelings about Susan Collins. I made it at 1 this morning because I was still awake. I was wearing a super, super comfortable kafta. Girls, ladies, women, gentlemen. If you want comfort because you don't want to wear pants, but you still want to look good, a kafta is the way to go. Super comfortable. Gotta make sure it's cotton or linen because if it's anything else, it's just slippy slidey. And I have a couple of them, and they are amazing. And they might be my choice of when I don't feel like wearing pants. I might toss that on. Oh, I support good skincare because your skin is like the one organ that you have full control over taking care of. I mean, you can take care of the other ones, but like you get to touch your skin. Like you got 120,000% control of what you do to your skin. Oh my goodness, I lost where I was. I'm lost. Okay, wait. Okay, doing the 4 cross. Woohoo. Yeah, there's a good chance that I'm gonna finish a couple colors today. I just don't know. I'm not going on 939 just yet. I think I'm gonna wait. That one's gonna be the last color of the page. My so so just relieve your stress, Jules. I know, I know, I know, I know. Take it off your plate. Just you have issued your address. You have spoken your words, and that is the best you can do. And I appreciate the best that you can do every single day. But until someone wants to do it themselves, you can't make them. And it'll take a lot of stress off your. Just roll your eyes. I understand. I understand. I get it. I share a good portion of those genes. Luckily, luckily I have enough Caribbean in me that I actually turn a color. Speaking of that, one of my coworkers is a redhead. She is like porcelain pale, and her and I were sitting next to one another a couple nights ago, and she sits down. Her arm is next to mine, and she goes, "You're pinker than I am." I'm like, I am very pink, but I do tan, and when that happens, I turn like a dusty rose color. And she just laughed. I'm like, no, I'm serious. I don't tan brown like most people. When I am tan, I am a dusty rose. I am a darker pink. So with that, what you do is you make it so that anytime she's outside, she's like, "Where's the sunscreen? Where's the sun?" You make it like so she doesn't want to be outside without the sunscreen. We call that programming. And we all know that it is easy to do for others than it is to do for ourselves. It is easy for me to be like, "Hey yo, remember the sunscreen, bitches." But for me, like, I have to put it into my routine. Like, I do. Well, when I turn into the Raw the lifeguard, I have to be like, "No, you got to put your sunscreen on it," and set alarms and everything like that. Hey, it's been 3 hours. Time for you to reapply. Oh, I absolutely. Well, I carry the red hair gene. I don't have super. Well, I don't know. What's your definition of soft? Because I'm soft. Like, well, I'm kind of bumpy. I'm soft, but at the same time, like, I don't have thin skin. Like, I have alligator skin, but that could be from my dragon heritage. I'm soft but tough. Filling in the grapes, just filling in the grapes. I can hear the lights on the big trucks driving by. They're so loud. And it's the flashy spinny lights, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm gonna bitch about them too today. I'm gonna be whiny all day. Just forewarning, I'm just gonna whine. Not about anything in particular. There's nothing we need to worry about. I'm gonna be a whiny pants. Make it like head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Sunscreen, goggles, then the pool. Okay, let's see. I am right here. If I can get, I know where I am, but can I get my needle up through the fabric? Oh, there's that. There's that. I gotta remember some of the spots are messed up here. That's because it's not. Why are we? Oh. Oh, okay. I see the mistake. Yeah, somehow I got on dyslexic TikTok, and the call outs I did not need. Did not need them, because I'm realizing how much my brain compensated for how bad my dyslexia is. And I'm like, no, no. The Batman like go, no, 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 no. No is pretty much what goes on in my brain when I'm like, oh fuck. But it makes sense. Yeah, I am not. I my skin is, it's very very soft to the touch, but very versatile. I scar easy though. I have a lot of scars. Oh, they're darker pink. I am very pink. Probably one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of the color, because I have, as I wear a pink shirt. Well, it's kind of a mauve. I actually look really good in red, but I think it's because the red sucks away from the pink, and it makes me look whiter. Like, I look really really good in green because green cancels out red. Blues and purples I look pretty good in, but like we're not talking about yellow. We don't talk about yellow in this house. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're like, damn it! Especially with the ones that swap languages around, because much like yourself, Jules, I do in fact know several languages. Can I speak them out loud like this? No. But I comprehend them. I can read them. Some days I can write them. But my brain always answers in English, which makes it very dangerous for people who know other languages and don't understand that sometimes people can't respond in the actual language, but they know the language. That's where I'm stuck in. And when they're like, yeah, we just went through 3 languages there, and I'm like, what? And then I go back and I'm like, oh, that's a different language. Oh, that's a different language. And I'm like, oh my. No, it's not just mixing letters. It is so much more than that. Mine is dancing letters. Okay, so we just did here. So I'm gonna, So I have to share this, what, the song that is currently just kind of dancing through my brain casually. Melissa, I'm drunk and outside. Do 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 do. Yeah. So that is my earworm of the day. So, at least for the time being, the next weekend I work, I do not have to do a 12. So, I'll be able to pick up my Monday stream again for a little bit, because goodness knows what's going to happen. Goodness knows. But I'm super excited that I don't have to do 12-hour shifts, at least for a couple of weeks. Yeah, it, life is evening out. Good things are happening, and stuff and stuff. But I still got all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, apparently all the fun. Okay. Mhm. Coming towards the end of this current piece of string, so I'm trying to get the little weird spots all filled in. Mhm. Mhm. La 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 la. Oh, yeah. So we're deep enough that anybody who wanders into my stream and hears extreme cussing, I have gone through the half hour required of not screaming and yelling at the existence of the world. Um, so I need to talk about how we need to stop killing people. No, no. I'll be the first to tell you there's one class of person that I have no pity for. Everybody else I think can be redeemed. There's one class of people that I'm openly prejudiced against, and those are people who repeatedly, keyword there, repeatedly rape, sexual assault, and then child diddlers. So that class of person, in my eyes, does not get redemption. Full stop. Now, I have the current pleasure of living in the state of Maine, where the one person I had hope for beating Susan Collins decided to fall into that category. Now, I get upset that people are like, oh, well, let's blame the victim. Don't blame the victim. Am I totally like, oh, he's totally... No. But he had some things leading up that were questionable, and it makes it really easy to be like, no, until this is all sorted out, that man should not be in public office. Full stop. And in all of that, we've also decided to join the ranks of Minnesota and several other places where we're killing U.S. citizens. Now, the gentleman who was offed was not a U.S. citizen, but he was here legally. He had a social security number, and he was properly papered and had a young family. Now, do I think the immigration system in the United States is perfect? No. But what I do know from working in when I was working for Pathstone, I was working with immigrant workers. That was the entire category. That was 6 months of my life working with that community. Those people, all they want to do is make a better life for themselves. And it is a hard-ass fucking life. I've always been, America is the melting pot. I want to learn your culture. I love other cultures. I am not your typical, oh my goodness. No, I want people. I want more people, because as someone who has a family wreath and parts of her family tree, we need the diversity. And especially in Maine. I'm sorry, Mainers. I love us, but we got some issues. So I want diversity. And our system is broken. And then we have racist people. And it's just not cool. But and please, I know that racism is not exclusively white. It is not. And I get it. I did touch base in my video that everything I say, I was a very political young person, and this was 20 years ago, so not a lot of people see it in me now. Did I participate in government a lot? I tried real hard. I tried real hard. In college, I did more than I did in high school. But it's a broken system, and it needs to be fixed. Killing people is not how we fix things. Because if that fixed things, I have some suggestions. Why? Why is all I really have as that's truly like in the senselessness of what is going on down here in the US for my Canadian friends down here in the US. There is no good reason. None of the people who have died at the other end of an immigration officer's gun should have died. The people who have been shipped off because they were not born in the United States should not have been shipped off. I have friends who are immigration lawyers. The system is fucked. People in the public not knowing the difference between immigrant, refugee, and illegal alien. Not that I really care about illegal alien, because I don't. Like, if you're here, welcome. Don't stir shit up. Now, if you start stirring shit up, like, consequences are consequences. But if you're here just trying to live your best life, welcome. Welcome. But the level of ignorance I run into is awful. And that is a sticking point with so many of my friends and family, is they don't realize that I'm going to use my favorite example, because it was something that was addressed. Like, I had a conversation, and I hoped I had changed someone's mind, but I doubt I did. So they were complaining about immigrants up in the northern part of the state, the Crown of Maine, being brought to Walmart and given all kinds of food, clothing, new electronics, stuff like that, all getting loaded up back onto the bus and going back to the farms that they were working at. And the person thought that the government had been paying for it. Now, the reality is that the farmers who are subsidized by the government are bringing these people in, many of them illegally, paying for it, and then going, oh, no, I know nothing about this. The government paid money for these things to happen. When in actuality, it is a lot of the farmers who are also voting for the current administration, thinking that he's telling them the truth. It's those people that are doing the things that the people who are who aren't in agriculture, who are like, oh my goodness, it's ruining everything. So it's really the red against red, and all the other people are going, why do we care? How about we all live in peace and harmony, and somehow that makes us at fault. So it's a lot of frustration, and I'm trying not to get burnt out on it. That's why I don't. If I created a TikTok every time I got enraged about the current state of affairs, I would be exhausted. But I'm tired of people dying. I'm tired of the violence that doesn't need to occur. There's no reason for it. Oh no, she called you a bad name. You know what? Deal with it. Suck it up, Buttercup. Why did they give you a gun if you get offended when someone shouts at you? Seriously. Ugh. I have full access to firearms, and you don't see me running around killing people because people call me weird. That's all like, that's truly how I feel sometimes. It's like, and genuinely, friend, I have full access to firearms. I have no interest in them. I'm much more of a personal killer. I'm gonna make it a personal experience if I'm after you. I think that might be the tism talking, but I'm gonna make it personal. So this, oh, she's cute, but she's psycho. Now that I've gotten that out of my system, again, there's lots of things that need to be fixed in the world. And while strategically and like fast version, I mean, like, if you don't think about it too hard, yeah, often a few strategic people could work, but it creates a void, it creates a vacuum. We're not actually solving any of the problems. Yeah. Forcefully taking a life out of a position of power does not fix the problem. Assassination only creates more. Death only creates more, especially deaths in controversial hot button issues. It only creates more tension, problems, and issues. Now, what we need is we need a set of fully functioning adults willing to sit down and talk about the hard things and recognize that no one's going to be 100% happy with the outcome. But sitting down and understanding that balance is key and maybe we can make compromise might make the world a little bit of a better place. And hello, Mix Council. Are you like Chex Mix? Sorry, my brain wandered off like that. This is raw on not a lot of sleep. Now, I'm hoping I can snooze a little bit before work. Chances are the answer is going to be no. Okay, now I'm trying to find, because what I have left arcs, so I'm trying to find a good arc. It is. It really is. And it doesn't have to be. Like, I don't get along with my neighbors, but we have conversations. Leave me alone and we won't have problems. And that seems to work. I do the friendly neighbor wave. I do the neighbor wave. And if I truly see them needing help or something, I offer help. I'm not a monster most of the time. I think I'm going to do this. Maybe I'm going to do this. Oh. This is one of those areas. One of those areas where I messed up. Or I messed up big. Now I gotta figure it out. So I'm gonna. I'm gonna do something. What? I don't know. Something. Tuna is such a pretty kitty. No, I've been quietly existing, loudly ranting. Let's see if I can fix this. I can kind of fix this. At least shape it kind of better. A little. Ish. There's that. Oh. We're gonna wander over here. It's all good. I need to I've been saying this for a very long time. I need to just sit down and focus on something. And every time I think I am in the position to do that, I was wrong. So that's just where we're at right now in life. Every time I think I can, I remember that I was informed the answer is no. I might get this. I'll probably get this color. Well, it's only quarter. It's quarter of 11. Damn. One of those weird days where it's kind of happening. Like, oops, wrong way. Mm, Uh, now, now we're gonna go up here to this one. Yeah. If I could turn back time. Sorry. It's one of those days. I'd like you to know that Limp Biscuit popped into my head after that one. It must be. It must be getting warm out because my AC has decided that it does not want to turn off currently. And because work doesn't have air conditioner, I will take the cold while I can. That's lovely. Fire truck's going. What's funny is, it's dark level funny. So where that man was shot, I know exactly where that is. I drove those roads when I was going to the Saco KFC Taco Bell in the summer. I know precisely where that happened. because I grew up down in that area. And it hits hard, like just kind of processing it through my brain. My brain's kind of agreed today, a little bit. What? What's that? Like I said, lots of jumping around in this color. And since I messed up so badly, it's a lot of weird jumping. Oh, yeah. Luckily, I have therapy tomorrow, so there's gonna be some processing going on tomorrow, with any hope. And it's weird because it's not like I'm not upset. I'm actually very angry about it. I know it doesn't sound like it, but inside I am in infernal rage of what the fuck, all the what the fuck. So, but I have to reserve my spoons. So outside, outside, I yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm. No, so when I was doing my video this morning in the wee hours, as I was telling it, I realized that I the last time I spent any good a chunk of time in Washington D.C. was before 9/11, so before all the like I well, hello. Did we change our name? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my therapy is on a Wednesday, like every other Wednesday. Hey, that's what I was about to say. She's got food. I mean, I have cake for breakfast, so I can't judge. Actually, now I'm kind of questioning, did I have breakfast? I don't know. My sugar's not crashing, so I must have had something sufficient. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm on the tail end of the arc. Now I go back and start again. This was a decently sized color. Well, was there ice cream in the ice cream cone, or it was just the ice cream cone? I cannot have either of those things. Rest assured, nobody wants me showing up at their house looking for food. Dollar bills, y'all! That's why I try to feed myself. Because most of the things that are like naturally occurring gluten free are potatoes and rice. Those are very cheap. But at the same time, ah, my support gave out. One of my arms just broke free. See, if you can appear in my head without asking first, I get to do the same to you. And last time that happened. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, but down there, as humid as it is up here, down there, big fat no. I do fine in heat. I do fine in heat. Like Southwest, 100-degree heat, I am fine. It's it's when it's wet heat because my joints decide to swell and say fuck off. And I don't know why I ended that piece of string. Okay. Well, I get to start it again. Probably because my supports failed me. That's why. That's Don't you dare. No, no, it does not. Okay. It's awful, and I don't have, but the whatever's going on has not reared its full ugly head because I'm stubborn, and stuff. That's all I got is I'm stubborn. But yeah, going downstairs like going downstairs was a little interesting this morning. I don't think I'm gonna have enough to get the last bits. I'm gonna have to start a new piece of string. That's okay though, because I still have a whole section I gotta do. Oh yeah, Norton is old people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you use Norton on a regular basis, but Norton is old people. Huh? Pixie's dreaming. If you look on the doggo cam, her one of her back feet is kicking one of my totes. She's running in her dreams. Oh, so last night apparently TikTok decided that in order to try to get me to go to sleep, is they needed to show me videos of dog owners who are mourning, who are showing off the last video that they took of their dogs, and I'm like, this is not how we go to sleep. This is. I will keep scrolling until my algorithm fixes itself. This is not how we go to sleep. It's all good. It's all good. I get you. I've been there. I do that a lot. Most of mine, most of mine is the residents thinking that they're, and this pisses me off, is thinking that they are playing one game and then another game pops up with an ad that makes them think that they're still playing the game that they were playing, and then they're like, hey, install this game. Or they have like 3 versions of like the slightly different game. Yes. Yeah, yeah. I totally understand. Or one of my repeat customers or customer sets her tablet in airplane mode and doesn't understand why it won't connect to Wi-Fi. I'm like, girl, Don't do this. Of course, like I see her at least once a week to take her tab. And I've shown her how to take it out of airplane mode so she doesn't have to hunt me down. But, because there are days where hunting me down can be hard to do. Yeah, yeah. A lot of mine is just going into the phone and being like, "Oh, you installed a bad app. It overrode your UI." So that's apparently, even though I drive a Toyota, everybody apparently needs to have Mazda. Hear me, TikTok. I drive a Toyota. I did own a Mazda at one point in time, but I currently have had a Toyota for the better part of 15 years. Last grape. Last grape in this arc, I should say. Then it's back to start all over again. Figure out where I'm gonna start the last haul. Oh yeah, yeah. With me, it's mostly the residents that install stuff on their phones, and it's roughly the same reason. Oh. One of the ones I've run into recently is they just keep downloading and downloading and downloading, and then they run out of memory, and then their machine runs slow, and they're like, "Why is it running so slow?" And I'm like, "Well, you got 20 different versions of essentially the same game by different people trying to get money out of you." Oh wow. Oh wow. To be completely a dick about it, he should have signed it over when he went into the home. He should have signed it over to you before he went into the home. But shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Oh. Okay, I know what they did. Oh wow, bitch. Again, how much a month would it take for me to PayPal you so you don't have to clean her house? Like, legit, I'll work it into my budget so you can have the satisfaction of going no, and cutting that aspect out of your life. Like, I'll budget it in. I will budget it in. Just for the satisfaction of you get to tell her no and not lose anything. I'll give you $40 every time you tell her no. How's that sound? I will have a budget. Every time you tell that woman, positive reinforcement. Every time you tell your mom no, you get $40. Girl, I have Venmo, I have sketchy ass Cash App, I have Shopify, I have Shop, I have bank transfers. Girl, there's no reason I cannot send you money. I have money orders and snail mail. I have money orders and your address. I have the things. I don't know what's going on here. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Take us both up on it. You'll get twice as much. I don't care if everybody who's like, hey, we'll give you $40 if you tell her no. If you even I don't care. My $40 is going to a good place. That no is that no and that confidence building, because I, as someone who needs insurance to simply live, I understand the, oh, but I need the money. But for me, it's, oh, I need the benefits. I get that. I get that more than most people fully comprehend. I've done a lot in order to keep my job for the benefits. Not this current job, really. Most of what I do for this current job is just because I genuinely like the people, and I balance it out for stuff and things. But there have been jobs where I've run my face into the ground in order to keep it so I can have the benefits. So I understand. But if the moment ever occurred where I didn't have to, hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. I would be like, no, 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 no. So I get it. Okay, now I can end this piece of string and go back up. Oh, ooh, I'm almost done. Oh yeah, yeah. It's complicated. all the way out here. Oh. And then there. And here's where we're starting. Okay. And in general, yes, I agree. Ew, people. But you know, I do like several individuals. In large groups, ew, people. But on an individual basis, just cut that one. Oh. So I won't be on tomorrow, but I will be on Thursday and Friday. And I know a couple of you weren't here yet, but at least my next couple weekends that I would normally have to do 12 hours, I do not. I'm doing 3 to 11s, and it makes me very, very happy. So I'll be able to do a Monday stream again, at least for right now, because everybody knows my schedule likes to change. So we'll see where that takes us. So there's that there. Oh, we get to have a lot of color here in a second. Like, one of the spots that I have left is a really big open area that will not be open. hit that button. Then we're gonna go over here and start the second to last little spot, which is the biggest group of stitches. And of course I had to say something about my sugar because it's deciding it wants to wibbly wobbly. That probably means after I'm done getting this color all set, because I have enough time. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm gonna get this color all set, and then I'm gonna bid you all a fond farewell, so I can stuff food in my face. I'm gonna be seeming like I'm gonna have to start a new piece of string, unfortunately, just because of the amount of jumping around that this color has had me doing. I think I might be able to get the 5 stitches I have left. It's gonna be thread chicken. If not, I still have plenty of string. So we're gonna see if I can do that. Unfortunately, jumping around takes away from the... So I want everybody, how many stitches did I do? It is, let me get up to... It's below 200. It's above 100, but below 200. Even with the 4 stitches I don't have filled in yet. I gave it a bigger girth this time because I keep cutting it too close. Between 100 and 200. I might do mozzarella sticks for lunch. I have a lot of leftovers that I should probably eat. But oh, this is master class. This is master level red chicken. I did it though. I did it. I did the thread chicken. Okay. Do Dragon or Council have thoughts for the final count of the day? Because above 100, below 200. I'm just making sure that I think I got the color all done. I did. Ooh, nice. I got it all done. We started off at 6.21%. We got up to 6.25%. We got the color that I aimed to get done is all done. I got a couple other colors. I got a couple of small colors done before stream. So. Okay. So. Insert your own drum roll here. Today, we got 174 stitches done. And it took a lot of the white away in between the grape spots. And yes, I know there's still a whole lot of white. A lot of this white will go away when I break down and start filling in with 939. Especially Mr. Man here. This is his hair part. It's his part. Is that right there? So. Okay, everybody. Thank you for the gift of your time. Remember to drink your water, take your meds. Be kind to yourself without harming others. Be kind to others without harming yourself. I will be back Thursday at 9 a.m. to work on Captain Penis. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Stay cool if you're in one of the areas where it's hotter than Satan's nutsack. If you're in my area and you have tornado watches, just be careful, I guess. The weathermen are the only people who get paid to occasionally be wrong, and it's okay. I love you all. Your time is precious. So are you guys.